What's up, everybody? Just got done with my leveraged grid video, and I also want to go over what leveraged tokens are. A lot of times people are saying, oh, a leverage token, leverage this, leverage that, and they're talking about these astronomical, outrageous gains some of these tokens are making. And people are jumping in on it, and then they're getting wrecked. Gridbot Guru here to tell you, do not trade a leveraged token until you know what they are. Okay. I think that there is a quiz for most of you. Read up, do your research before you start dabbling in these leveraged tokens. Are they fantastic? Absolutely, they're great. Can you make a lot of money? Absolutely, you can. Can you lose a lot of money? 100% you can lose a lot of money. Absolutely. So that's going to be that's the kicker is get to know what they do first, and then you can start slowly working on trading them. Don't just go all in. Slowly work your way in. It's kind of like a pool. You don't just do a cannonball. You kind of wade into it a little bit and get it going like that, okay? Don't just do a cannonball in these leverage tokens. So here's what we're going to do today. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to look up some of these tokens, okay? If you are trying to trade, okay, and you go over to where it says leveraged, those are the tokens that you are going to end up having, okay? You have two parts to a lot of these tokens. You have either an S or an L. The S stands for shorts. The L stands for long. And we're going to get into those here in a minute, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick one of these. So I'm going to do the AAVE. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to search for it. And I'm going to bring up this chart. Now, this is a daily chart. And this, if you are going to end up trading leverage tokens, you want to be mindful of the daily chart. Not necessarily the daily chart. You want to be mindful of the main token pair, okay? So always look at the main token first. If you go in, okay, if you go in and you're like, you know what, I think that around here, it's going to end up bouncing. It looks like it's going to probably right about here. If I can put a line right there, probably about right here. That looks about where this is going to be trading. Fantastic, great. If that's what you think, go for it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you how to do it. If you think that AAVE is going to continue going down, okay? If you think that AAVE is going to continue going down, then you're going to come over here and you're going to buy the AAVE 3S, okay? If you think that AAVE is going to go up, you're going to come down here. You're going to buy the AAVE 3L. So again, you're entering this trade, and depending on which pair you're choosing, all depends on if you want it to go up. Sorry, not want. If you think it will go up or if you think it will go down. If you think it's going to go down, you're going to click that S and you're going to enter into a short. If you think it's going to go up, then you're going to click that L and you're going to go long. Now, here's the other side of it. This 3. Some pairs have a different number also. So I know that Bitcoin, I think, has a 1, a 2, and a 3. I think Theta has a 1 and a 3. That number determines how the pair, this current pair, will react to the main pair. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down to the minute. All right. So what this is going to tell me, this 3S, is if this drops, okay, say it drops 1%, this 3S will go up by by 3%. So that 3 tells me that it is going to move 3 times as much as the main trading pair. Okay, I'm going to say that again. It's going to move 3 times as much as the main trading pair. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, you know what? We're going to look at BTC and we're going to look at leverage. So right now, oops, let me get the main one up first. So here's the main Bitcoin chart. Okay, up here you can see BTC, USDT right there. So to me, I could say, oh, it looks really, really high. My MACD down here, that looks like it's getting ready to cross over. I'm going to enter this BTC 1S. And so what's going to end up happening is as this falls, that 1S is going to go up and it's going to increase in price by the same amount. This 2L, that 2, actually, no, we're not going to do the 2L. We'll do the 3S. So if I think it's going to go down, this 3S is going to increase in price 3 times as quickly. So if this goes down by 2 points, this will go up by 6 points. Sounds fantastic, right? But if you pick wrong, so say this goes up by 2 points and I entered into a short, that means this is going to go down. This went up by 2. The main one went up by 2. So this is going to go down by 6. So it moves very quickly. Okay, so these leverage tokens, they do move very quickly. Now, there is also a funding fee with these as well. I believe it is still 0.03% per day. Okay, so that just like a leverage trade, like you're borrowing, I think these you have a funding fee of 0.03% per day. Now, the other side of this that you need to be aware of is this area right here. So all of this area, okay? You occasionally will have reverse splits, okay? Reverse splits. And that is going to end up looking like, so if you go to market and you go to listed and you look at like maybe these are probably ones that had a reverse split just because their percentages are so doggone high. Let me see if I can find one that. Oh, 24-hour change. This is where people start getting tripped up. So what ends up happening is people will search and they'll go down by a 24-hour change. And you'll see some, I wish I could search by it. I think on the app you can search by it. Let me see. Here, price. Here, 24-hour change. So like this one, okay? You see that it changed 4,661% in 24 hours. People are jumping in on these and they don't understand that these ended up going through a reverse split. So it gives you a heads up. Everybody see this right here? So it gives you a heads up that this had a reverse split. So those numbers are not true numbers. It chart wise, let's look at the chart. Boom. Chart wise, it looks beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's gonna drop. No, incorrect. XMR3S was reverse split 1 for 50 at 748 4-6-2021. Okay, so what that means is, so I believe what that means is, if you had, say you had 50 of these, it reverse split, which increased the price of it. You can see that it's all the way down here. It's jumping around 0.12, 0.15, all down here. But then it jumps all the way back up to here and it's still going down. That's because this XMR probably, I haven't looked at the chart, so I'm just assuming that it's going to continue going up on the daily chart. It's still going up. So what that tells me is that if you had 50 of them down here, they combined all 50 of your tokens, your coins, into one coin. And that's why the price went way up here. Okay. So it looks really good, like on just the graph. And trust me, some of you might be out there saying, oh, that would never happen to me. Yeah, it might. It happened to me quite a bit when I first started. I was like, why is no one buying this 1S right here? It's 270 and it jumped that much. That's cheap. Let me put a 50 bucks on it. Nope, don't do it. Figure out what your main token is doing first. So let's look at XMR3S. Let's look at it. So we'll go, so XMR. So let's check it out. XMR. So right here, this is the daily. Look at that MACD. That MACD says I'm still going to go up. I'm still going up. I could go and I could hit probably 287, 290, somewhere around there. Again, because look at all that green. That green is telling me that people are buying. Now, it may start slowing down, but just judging by how it kind of dipped here and it couldn't get really past this part on the daily, I'm guessing that it's going to keep going up for a little bit. And that 3S is going to continue going down. But on paper, it looks 4,000 in 24 hours, 4,000%. Yes, no, don't do it. Do not do it. Okay. Again, leverage tokens are risky as well. Make sure you understand the risks. Also, make sure you understand the rewards. They can be very rewarding as long as you are doing and using them and trading them correctly. The other thing is, this is not something you want to hold for extended periods of time. So don't think that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy an XMR3S and I'm going to hold it for 60 days. I would not recommend doing that. I do know that there have been people who have done that and they've been extremely lucky. If you ended up getting Bitcoin 3L, when it was, 28,000, and now it's at 58,000, and you held it this whole time. Hey, kudos to you. But be mindful that these are not usually something that you hold over extended periods of time. Okay. All right. I'm hoping that this video helped you out. I'm hoping that you guys gain some education from it. If you gain something, please make sure that you click the subscribe button, click the bell. And if you haven't already, check out my man Coffee and Crypto. He's on my he's on my featured channel. Check him out. He does some Pionex, beautiful Pionex videos as well. If you haven't checked him out, please do subscribe to his stuff as well. Hit that bell. Guys, I hope you guys have a great day trading, and I hope everyone in here stays green, and I'll see you next time.